Good morning, Barstow. I'm Clara Ketchell.
And I'm Simone Houston.
I'm super excited for the show today because today is October 1st, meaning spooky season has officially begun. Simone, aren't you excited?
Sure.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
Practicing my ghost impression. Ooh.
Okay, let's roll the intro and maybe she'll stop.
Ooh.
Stop.
Okay, since not everybody enjoys my flawless ghost impression, let's get into some news. Tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. is the virtual college information night for sophomores and parents. Also tonight, there's a virtual robotics meeting at 7:30. So, if you are interested in college and robots, or maybe even a college for robots, this is the night for you.
That sounds like a fun night. In these unprecedented times, a lot of sports teams are undergoing major changes. Let's go to Michael, who will tell us more about how these teams are adapting to COVID-19.
Today we'll be going around the sports world to see what's going on in various professional sports leagues. Let's begin in the NBA bubble in Orlando, Florida. The NBA resumed on July 30th with the 22 teams invited to the bubble playing in 8 seeding games. Players, coaches, and staff are staying in multiple Disney resorts until their team gets eliminated, only being allowed to leave in certain situations. Extensive safety protocols have been followed to prevent the spread of COVID-19, including daily testing, face masks, social distancing, and many more. The playoffs began on August 17th and are now down to the finals, with the Los Angeles Lakers coming out of the West and the Miami Heat coming out of the East. This series began last night with the Lakers winning 116-98 and taking a 1-0 lead over the Heat. Now moving on to Major League Baseball. Several months after postponing the start of the season way back in March, the MLB began the season on July 23rd. Unlike the NBA bubble, the MLB opted to have players travel from city to city to play their regular season games. Instead of a regular 162-game season, the MLB decided to have a 60-game season that will not have fans in attendance. The playoffs began on Monday, and so far in the American League, the Astros have eliminated the Twins, the Rays have eliminated the Blue Jays, the Yankees have eliminated the Indians, and the White Sox and Athletics are tied in a 1-1 in their series. In the National League, the Braves have eliminated the Reds, and the Marlins, Cardinals, and Dodgers are all up 1-0 on their respective series. Heading over to the National Football League, which began its 2020-2021 season just 3 weeks ago, like in the MLB, all NFL teams are going from city to city to play their games. Players are being consistently tested for COVID-19 to prevent outbreaks. Although most stadiums have not hosted fans for the games, a select few organizations, including the Chiefs, have allowed a limited number of attendees to watch the games in person. In the AFC, the Bills, Steelers, Titans, and Chiefs are all in first place in their divisions. In the NFC, the Washington football team, Cowboys, Bears, Packers, Buccaneers, and Seahawks also find themselves in first or tied for first in their division heading into this weekend. Lastly, let's head over to the National Hockey League, which has resumed play in a bubble. Teams in the Western Conference are playing in a bubble located in Edmonton, Canada, while teams in the Eastern Conference are playing in the Toronto, Canada bubble. The 12 teams in each conference with the best record prior to the hiatus in March were invited to the bubbles. On August 1st, the first games of the bubble were played. The 4 teams in each conference with the best record played in round robins to establish playoff seeding, and the rest of the teams played in qualifying rounds to fill out the rest of the playoff field. The playoffs began on August 11th and ended on Monday night with the Tampa Bay Lightning defeating the Dallas Stars in the Stanley Cup Final. Make sure to stay safe and enjoy the return of sports.
Thanks, Michael. That segment made me want to play hockey. Too bad I'm not strong enough.
Well, actually, Sage has a new challenge that could help you out. Let's see what she has to say.
Since our fall sports have been postponed to the spring, BTVN United is taking a new form. We are creating workout challenges to keep our community active and healthy. Let's check out the first one.
Welcome to the BTVN Workout Challenge. Today, we're going to be doing a 10-minute workout, and you're going to do as many reps as possible. We're going to start out with 10 push-ups, and then 20 crunches, 30 jumping jacks, and then 40 air squats.
When I completed the challenge, I did 5 3/4 sets. Now it's your turn to give it a try. Send your results into BTVN either by email or DM us on our Instagram at StowTV. The winner of the challenge will be announced during our next United segment and will receive a BTVN prize pack. That's all I have for today. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Sage. In other news, this Friday is Virtual Grandparents and Special Friends Day. This event will begin at 8:30 a.m. Look out for an email from your child's teacher with the schedule and Zoom links.
I'm glad that Grandparents and Special Friends Day can still happen in a safe format. Speaking of ways to keep yourself safe and healthy, Erin made a piece with Nurse Zinkus. Roll it.
So hi, I'm Ashley Zinkus. I'm your nurse here at Barstow, and I was asked to talk to you guys a little bit about staying healthy during the pandemic. So most people, when they think about staying healthy, they talk about being physically healthy. So I'm going to talk about 3 things about physical health and 3 things about mental health because they really work together. So 3 things about physical health, we talk about those all the time. First, social distancing, 6 feet, really important. Second, wearing masks all the time when you're inside. The reason for that is because this virus is mostly spread by water droplets that come out through your mouth, your nose. And so by putting a mask across that, it's a barrier to prevent that from spreading to other people. When you're outside, you're welcome to take your mask off, but make sure you stay 6 feet away because when your mask is off, that's when you're most vulnerable for the disease or for the virus. And then the third thing, and this is important no matter if there's a pandemic or not, is that you make sure you wash your hands. Lots of washing, soap and water, and making sure you keep your hands away from your mouth, your nose, and your eyes. So 3 things to deal with mental health. So it's really important that you guys find ways to decrease your stress. Some people do better with athletic activity, go for a run, go for a walk, punch a punching bag. Other people do better with just solitude, have quiet, meditation, yoga. Second thing, increase your social interaction. However, I want you to do it virtually or social distancing. We are social beings. We love to interact with each other, and it really impedes our mental strength when we are isolated from each other. Third thing, it is a normal response when you're going through an anxious environment to internalize. It is a fight or flight mechanism. I want to encourage you guys to be outward focused. I want you to think about helping other people because it's a great way to increase your mood. Tell your teachers thank you. They're in the same situation you are. Support your fellow students. Be outward focused. Make somebody else happy today. It's a wonderful thing for mood stability. The interesting thing about viruses is they are the great neutralizer. They cross social barriers, racial barriers, gender barriers. We're all vulnerable when we're independent. So it's really important that we support each other as a community because a strong community means stronger mental health, which leads to stronger physical health. So stay safe, Barstow, follow the rules, and be nice.
Awesome piece, Erin. Well, it looks like that's all the news for today. I've been Clara Ketchel. Geez, tough crowd. Fine, I've been Clara Ketchel.
And I've been Simone Houston. Have a terrific Thursday, Barstow.